Now let's talk about the heavenly star points of Madanyang, Li11 and Li4. Li11, Chi Chu, location with the elbow flexed on the lateral end of the elbow crease in a depression between the end of the crease and the lateral epicondyle of the humerus on the extensor carpi radialis longus muscle. How to find? First, with the elbow completely flexed, locate the lateral end of the elbow crease. Next, with the elbow flexed at approximately 90 degrees, palpate for a pressure-sensitive depression in this area on the extensor carpi radialis longus muscle. Li11 is located close to the border of the proximal aspect of the ulna. Also located at the level of the elbow crease are lung 5, P3, radia ulnar of the tendon of the biceps, and heart 3, with the elbow completely flexed at the medial end of the cubital crease. Needling vertically 1 to 1.5 Tsun. Actions, indications, clears heat, expels wind, clears Yang Ming fire, cools the blood, drains dampness, alleviates itching, opens the channel. Special features, Hulsi point, earth point, tonification point, Sun Si Miao ghost point, Madanyang heavenly star point, important point for heat conditions and disorders of the upper extremity. Earth point, tonification point, Hulsi, antique autumn point, ghost point, Madanyang heavenly star point, mental precision point. This valuable tonification point can strongly invigorate the meridian. It can be considered for problems in the face, for example, eye disorders, especially when accompanied by extreme redness and pain, earache, toothache, along with Li4 and Li7, bronchitis, and hay fever. This point may be effective in cases of chronic constipation. Excellent for bringing stability to the Li. It's the earth point. Consider this point before releasing the internal dragons. If a degree of possession is suspected, it is a ghost point for problems of the shoulder, upper arm, and forearm. Crooked pan cools blood heat and can be used when there is heat in the blood affecting the skin, as in some types of psoriasis. Li11 is frequently combined with Li4 and Du14 in acute fever and situations of fire poison, boils, and throat swelling with heat. It can help clear interior heat from any organ. Being a Hulsi point, it allows qi to drain from the meridians into the organs. Hulsi points can be used to supplement, tonify, or drain and disperse qi. Expels exterior wind and is often used in later stages of wind heat. Resolves dampness and is useful for resolving damp heat. Used for masses in the back and upper body. Used for thyroid goiter, considered a form of phlegm. Benefits the sinews and joints. Hulsi points are used to smooth the flow of qi and blood in the meridian, as well as dislodge pain and pathogens in the joints, and so are good for joint pain. Li4, joining volley. Location on the radial aspect of the hand between the first and second metacarpal bones, closer to the second metacarpal bone and approximately at its midpoint. How to find? When pressing the thumb and index finger together, the adductor pollicis and the interosseous dorsalis muscles will form a bulge. Needle Li4 at the highest point of the bulge and push it further towards the inferior aspect of the second metacarpal bone. Or spread the thumb and forefinger and place the distal phalanx of the thumb of the other hand on the webbed border. When flexing the thumb, its tip will point to Li4, or insertion on the angle bisector between the first and second metacarpal bones, needling in the direction of the midpoint of the second metacarpal bone. Li4 is needled 0.5 to 1 Tsun vertically or slightly obliquely towards the palmar aspect of the hand. Caution, reducing needle techniques are contraindicated during pregnancy, exception to induced labor. Actions, indications of Li4. Releases the exterior. This is the main point. Regulates the face and head, regulates the defensive qi, wei qi, and sweating. Opens the channel and luo connecting vessels. Alleviates pain, promotes labor. Special features, Yuan source point, Kao Wu command point for the head and mouth, Madanyang heavenly star point, entry point according to some authors. The most important analgesic point for the whole body. Most important single distal point for disorders of the face and sensory organs. It is the most commonly used point in clinical practice. The combined bilateral needling of Li4 and liver 3 between the second and third metatarsal bones is known as four gates. They strongly regulate the qi and blood, stop pain, and relieve spasms. LI4 expels exterior wind, colds, upper respiratory infections, and influenza beginning stages. Regulates sweating, benefits eyes, ears, nose, and mouth. Distal point for all problems of the face, combined with liver 3, the four gates to expel exterior wind, extinguish interior wind, and calm the mind. Regulates ascending, descending of qi, hence subdues rebellious qi in the head. Good for allergic rhinitis. Empirical point to promote labor, calms the mind, forbidden in pregnancy.